Hey y'all. Okay, so as you can see, these are looking a little bit limp. I'm just going to show you how to, take branches and go ahead and get them to stay alive in your house for a longer period of time. These are lilac, and as you can see, they're a little bit wilted. So the biggest thing with stuff that's got wooded branches, right? It's because it's got bark on it. It needs to be cut shorter. Plus, you also need to cut the bottoms off of the leaves because they will rot in the water and then basically poison the plant. And the biggest thing is you need to go on a 45-degree angle in your cut so it allows it more surface to actually bring up the water. If you don't cut it short enough, they do tend to wilt. I cut these last night and they have wilted. Also too, it's always good to actually pick them or cut them when they are not actually blooming, because it allows it to survive better in a vase of water. And tip number 3 or 4, whatever that may be, is to put them in a smaller opened vase, the mouth of the vase not to be too big, because the larger it is, the more it will lay out, and you really want it to have a nice bouquet feel to it. If it lays out further, it doesn't look full, so you're going to need a lot more branches in order to achieve that fullness that you're looking for when you're doing a bouquet of any kind. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting. So when I cut, I'm going to cut on a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to cut all the extra leaves off because, like I said, they will rot in the water if I leave them on.
And I just wanted to show you the angle that I actually cut the branches on. It's a 45.
I'm going to cut a little bit higher, cut off that excess leaf. And it's always good to have really sharp snips, because the sharper they are, the easier it is to actually cut the actual lilac. Okay, I'm going to do the same with this one here and slide it in. And as you can see, this one here is more blooming. It had started blooming before I had cut it. You're better off to cut them before they actually bloom, because they will actually do better in a vase if they've been cut before they bloom. All right, and it looks like that's it. So there's all the cut pieces, and as you can see, it's fairly full. But now if I had a vase that was wider, it would spread out more, right? So the wider the opening, the more spread out it'll be. The smaller it is, the more stationary or more full your actual bouquet becomes. All right, so we're gonna leave it for a couple hours and see what it looks like. Hopefully it sucks up enough the water for it to actually get all nice and spruce-like.
This is the next day. Some of the flowers didn't actually perk up. You can just cut them shorter to get them to perk up a little bit better in a shorter vase. But I hope this was helpful. I hope it inspired you to trim a little bit of your bushes and go ahead and place it in a vase in your dining room and bring a little spring inside. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.